You're listening to the Retirement Solution Show. Phone lines are now open. 800-455-1672. And now, the hosts of our show, Steve and Sandy Glover.
Sandy, welcome back. Well, let's kind of recap some of the things we've talked about in the show so far. First of all, the GRA, that government retirement account. The government wanting to reach in and take you over your 401k and the IRA and then give you a whopping 2% of it back.
Oh, great. They're going to now control how much I get back out of my retirement funds. So I'm in a box.
Well, they've always, they've been telling us for quite a while now, for several years, they're smarter than we are. And needless to say, they feel like they need to take all the money now. And I guess they're just going to put all the folks who have been contributing to these types of accounts for years and years and years. I think they're trying to, let me think, what do we call this? Oh, that's right. Reshift the wealth again.
And put us on an allowance.
Put
like we're children. And let's see, where did common sense go? Out that window or somewhere? I mean, the American public has common sense.
Absolutely.
What happened to it in the government?
Well, I'm not sure. But what we want to do and what we do every week on the retirementsolutionshow.com is we give you some real solutions. Now, let's talk about those folks who are very close to retirement, or maybe they have already retired, that are interested in looking at how they can create a legacy for their children, their grandchildren. We've got a solution for that. We can show you how you'll be able to do that. Let's talk about those poor folks who have the IRAs out there right now and what they can do to try and turbocharge those to grab control and move forward with that. We've got a solution for you there. Not only is there a solution for it, in some instances, we can match the dollars from day one by 20%. Now, that's a pretty healthy match, Sandy.
Now, those are not part of the tax-free. That's something a little bit separate, but it can still be a big benefit to people who want to look at that.
Certainly. And, you're right, that part is not tax-free, but so many people we talk to every week who are retired or are very close to retirement tell us that they've been in these volatile type of accounts and their losses have just been unbelievable.
They've been devastating.
And so here's a way that we can literally show you an opportunity for us to give you a 20% match right from day one to help rebuild that income that you're counting on for those all-important retirement years. So that part's not tax-free. Now, let's shift, though, to the tax-free part of this. We've got a book that literally can outline how you can retire tax-free, and it's called that, Tax-Free Retirement. In this, let's just kind of talk about some of the strategies and why this can work for you. If you'll kind of mentally envision two different graphs, okay, on the right side and the left side, if you'll visualize that, at the bottom of each one of the graphs, let's take and put $1,000 in there. But there's two different types of $1,000 we're going to put into it. One, we're going to pay taxes on that $1,000 today and put it in one of the accounts. On the other account, we're going to put it in that tax-deferred account, where we're going to take $1,000 before it ever touches our pocketbook, straight from our check, our working check, straight into this type of account, and it's deferred. Now, every dollar that grows in that tax-deferred account, no taxes are paid on yet. So if you started years and years and years ago, you probably, more than likely, have never paid one penny of tax on that. As we've said, as this federal deficit continues to grow, and such uncertainty is out there, at some point you're going to pay taxes. And now we're looking at this GRA stuff. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But with the account we're talking about, we call it the TSP account. It's an acronym for Tax Savings Plan account. You put $1,000 in it. Taxes have already been paid on it. Every bit of growth that occurs in this account now is tax-free. And in fact, over the last 23 years, this account has had an average annual growth of 9.51%. Real numbers, real growth, real opportunity. We can show you how to do this.
And it's real certainty, too. You're not wondering what taxes are going to be next year, the year after, whenever you take your money out. So we can show you how you can do this. All you've got to do is give us a call at 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672. Steve, myself, or one One of our team members will bring the book out, put it in your hands, show you what chapters are pertinent to what you are wanting to educate yourself on.
And Sandy, I'm glad you used the word certainty because there is some certainties in this contract. When you look at it, there's a fixed bucket of 5.15% if you want to go that route. But now, again, over the last 23 years, with the strategy we use here, it's called a blended index strategy. With the strategy that's used for this account, it's delivered 9.51% average annual return for the last 23 years. How many of us wish that we could back up, go back 20, 23 years, and take our dollars, put it into this type of account where there's no volatility, absolutely key here. Not one member, not one of our clients has ever lost a penny of their principal using these strategies. We don't do volatile. We just don't do volatile. And not only that, the gains that they see with these accounts, they don't lose that either. So any of the principal, any of the gains that you see with this TSP type of account, the tax savings plan, and again, it's an acronym, but the tax savings plan account that we use, literally, you're not taking any gambles or any risk with it. It's all right there in black and white. It's all written. We can show you exactly how to do it. Now, that allows our clients to really breathe a sigh of relief, to know that they've removed the obstacle of being able to retire.
They've also removed the obstacle of the elections. What's going to happen this year? What's going to happen next year? Who's going to increase our debt again, or who's going to save us from it increasing again? It takes all of that doubt away. And these accounts are individualized. They are set up for where you are, what you're wanting to do, and we really listen to that. We don't come out and try to say, oh, this is what you need. We want to hear what you want and what you feel your needs are, and then we give you options.
And Sandy, you just brought up a point that you've got to remember. If you're listening right now, you've got to understand with where the national debt is, with where we are with all these entitlement programs and all the silliness that the government has us involved in, we don't know what taxes are going to do. The only thing we're pretty certain of is they're going to go up. Now, the Bush tax cuts might be extended for a year or 2 years, but at some point in the very near future, taxes are headed up. So while taxes are on sale, we can sit down and show you a strategy to where you can build a tax-free retirement going forward. Number one. Number two, if you're already out there, if you're looking for an opportunity to be able to actually convert some of these IRA types of accounts, these 401k type of accounts, you want to be able to really make some significant gains, we can show you a strategy for that as well. Give us a call right now. We're going to put the book in your hand called Tax-Free Retirement, 1-800-455-1672, 1-800-455-1672. Sandy, every week it's such a pleasure to be able to bring the show to folks because we really are able to give them a renewed spirit and an opportunity to rekindle those retirement flames.
It's fun to watch the excitement in their faces as they start to see there is hope, there is a different way of doing things. Yeah, it's rethinking things a little bit, but not that much.
Well, it does rethink things. But, we're in a time we have to rethink things. And next week, we're going to bring on one of our associates, one of our team members with the Retirement Solution Show, who's going to talk about some of these issues, the stocks, the way the government is really stepping in, and the way they're manipulating some of their own retirement accounts, and what that can mean to you. So, come back. But, folks, this week, you need to go ahead and get a hold of this book, Tax-Free Retirement. Let us put it in your hand. You can give us a call, 1-800-455-1672. But next week, man, it's going to be eye-opening, Sandy, when people really understand about some of these bailouts and what some of these stock issues mean for your retirement account, government retirement accounts, and others. It's going to be shocking.
Call now for your free copy of the book, Tax-Free Retirement. This is a $24 value, and it's yours for free by calling 1-800-455-1672. That's 1-800-455-1672.